US, in which I'm going to talk about the best CMA US study technique. Well, let me just tell you what are the requisites required for having a better study plan. Is number one, have a handy calculator with you. Number two, have a pen and paper with you because it's highly important for you to have this. Normally, you guys take it for granted that who needs a pen and paper? The examination is going to be anyhow online. Why do I need a pen and paper for that? But remember this, guys, in your examination you would be given a scratch card for that, basically a paper and pencil. So highly required this rough notes because you need to break down the question. You need to break down the questions, and to break down that particular question you need a pen and paper with you. And a calculator, it's compulsory. You can have two calculators also, you can take two calculators in examination also, not a problem, but need to have this. Okay, now the best technique is breaking down the questions. Now how do you break down that particular question which you're going to come now, which is going to come your way? You need to make sure that each and everything is covered in the question. Write it down. If suppose it's a big question having so many things in that, what you need to do, break that down. Write down the key points, read the requirement. Based on that, start answering that question. Do not jump into conclusions, do not look into the options before even reading the complete question. Some questions you might, but most of them no. Read the question, understand it, and break down that particular question. If you break down that particular question, nothing more than that. Now, further, what's required is you need to complete the complete syllabus. You cannot leave anything unturned. You cannot say that this section you might get a question or you might not get a question. You cannot leave anything. You cannot leave even a small particular topic as well, stating that it's unimportant or maybe we might not get a question for that. You cannot leave anything like that. You need to complete everything is important. Just think about it, you're going to get 100 MCQs and two essays. Complete syllabus will be covered in that. Now, MCQs is the key. MCQs is the most important. The essay questions which you're going to get is going to be just an add on few more lines which you need to write down, frame and answer. That's also pretty much important. So doing more and more MCQs, and while doing more and more MCQs, I just want this to be clear that you're going to get direct questions. No, you're not going to get any direct questions, whether you use Climb, Hawk, Wiley, Sargent, Becker. You are not going to get any direct questions. What you need to be habituated is by answering new questions. The more new questions you are habituated to answering, that's more than enough. You would be done with it. Do not mug up the questions. Do not feel like if I take the Glam software, questions are going to come from there. If I take the Hawk, the questions are going to come from there. No question is going to come from there. It's going to be a little bit different only, but it's not going to be that difficult as well. If you are able to get 80 to 90% in Glam and Hawk, these type of softwares, then you would qualify this particular examination for sure. Okay, so this is what is the best study technique. Go with the MCQs, break down the question, have these prerequisites for the examination, and then there are many more. In fact, have an accountability partner. Having accountability partner is highly important because those are the people who would motivate you to do this particular work, to do how much have you covered till now, how many sections have you covered, how many chapters have you covered, how many MCQs did you solve. If there's an accountability partner, if there's a mentor with you, much better. But if there's an accountability partner, it would be great for you. Have that, then only you will be able to complete this particular examination. So let me know in the comment section if you have any questions, queries, any. I'll be happy to answer it, and I'll see you guys again in the upcoming live session as well.